Hello, dear children. Now, let us continue with the numerical questions of cash book. Okay, so I hope you have watched the first video where I have explained about the theory of cash book. Okay, so let us start with a single column cash book. Okay, so the format of the single column cash book will be like this. First of all, you will write in the books of, okay, name of the person, okay, name of the proprietor or a businessman, and then you will write cash book, okay, and in the bracket you will write cash column, because I have already said that a single column cash book may contain either cash or bank column, but generally only cash column is maintained. Okay, so this is your first question, that is question number one. And when you prepare the pro forma, it will be like this: that is date, particulars, VN. VN stands for voucher number, okay. Then LF, then amount column. Again, towards the credit side, we will write the same thing, that is date, particulars, voucher number, ledger folio, and amount. Okay, so we know what is LF, that is your ledger folio, okay. And this VN stands for voucher number. Whenever you purchase anything from any store, you get a cash memo, right? Or a cash voucher. So in that cash memo or the bill in general, we say, so that bill or cash memo, it contains a serial number, isn't it? So if you have purchased anything, you must have noticed this. And even if you purchase any kind of a lottery ticket or anything, so it contains a serial number. So that is actually your voucher number. Okay, so from that uh, number, we can track down the transaction. Okay, because as a business entity, when you are engaged in the trading of various types of goods and services, uh, many customers, they approach to you. Okay, so you have to give them the cash memo, isn't it? Bill should be generated. So whenever the bill is generated, it contains a serial number. So that serial number should be included out here in this voucher number, so to track down the transaction in future if there is any kind of discrepancy. Okay, now let us continue with the question. Okay, so first of all, we all know that it is a cash book, so it is quite similar to the cash account. And whenever you see this term cash or bank, you must apply the golden rule of real account, because both cash and bank, they are real account. Okay, so what is the golden rule of the real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So if there's any kind of receipt, you will record towards the debit side. Okay, if you are receiving any kind of cash, then it will be recorded towards the debit side. But if you are making any kind of payment, then it will be recorded towards the credit side. Okay, so the cash goes out, cash comes in, debit side, cash goes out, credit side. Okay, it's very, very simple. Okay, and it's very interesting. I hope you will enjoy doing the numerical questions. Anyway, now in the date column, you will write the year, then after that month. Okay, then just put the dates accordingly, because we prepare a cash book for a month. Okay, normally it is prepared for a month. So towards the credit side also, same thing, year, then month, and you will just simply put the dates. Okay, and it should be remembered that the transactions are to be recorded in a chronological order. Okay, by chronological order, we mean the recording of the transactions as per the date. Okay, so the date wise, you will record the transactions. Now, number one, cash balance, rupees 580. So this is your cash balance, and remember that cash, it can never be negative. Okay, however, bank, it can be negative, but cash, it can never be negative. Okay, so if you sorry, if your friend asks you, okay, how much money you have in your wallet or purse, then you will say, I have minus 500. Is it logical? Okay, how the cash it can be negative, isn't it? So cash is always positive. Okay, yeah, your bank balance it can be negative. Okay, anyway, so let us start. That is, whenever you have the balance, a cash balance, you will record as to balance BD. Okay, whenever you see, okay, this be it in terms of cash or bank or capital, okay, always you will write balance BD. Always you will write balance BD. But if it is a debit balance, you will write to balance BD. Okay, but if it is a credit balance, you will write by balance BD. Okay, so to is for debit and by is for credit. Okay, I hope you have a general idea now, because we have prepared ledger accounts also. Okay, so the first is cash balance, that is to balance BD. It is a positive balance. Okay, so you will write 580. Okay, and remember, for the positive side of cash book, you will refer to the debit side, which means debit is a positive side and credit is a negative side. Okay, you will write to balance BD first. After that, now let us move on to the next entry, cash received from sale of motor van. So you are selling motor van. So motor van is an asset. Okay, motor van is an asset. So if you are selling any kind of asset, it should be recorded as to motor van. Now, why it will appear towards the debit side? It will appear to the debit side because by selling motor van, you will receive some amount of cash. So the cash will be recorded in the debit side. Okay, so the cash comes in. Okay, and on fifth, you can see paid into bank. So whenever we see this kind of transaction, paid into bank, which means that we are depositing our cash into the bank. So it will be recorded here by bank account 5,500. Okay, we are depositing money into the bank account, which means the cash is going out. Okay, so the uh, amount of cash is being decreased from your pocket. Okay, so the cash it goes out. Okay, yeah, it is going to the bank account, but cash is being decreased, isn't it? So hence you will record towards the credit side. Okay, now on seventh, you are paying to a party, okay, named Kamal. So you are making the payment to Kamal. So it will be recorded towards the credit side. Why? Because you are making the payment. Cash is going out. Okay, 1,200. Now on 10th, again the cash is going out because you are paying the wages to the workers. Okay, it is 120. You will record towards the credit side. Okay. Now on 12th, you are receiving from Amal. Okay, so what you are receiving, nothing is mentioned. Okay, received goods from Amal, received services from Amal, received assets from Amal, nothing is mentioned out here. Okay, so if there is no information regarding such kind of receival of anything, since we are preparing cash book, so it will be assumed that you are receiving cash from Amal. So you will record to Amal account 800. Okay. Now on 15th, you are selling goods for cash. So whenever you sell goods for cash, it will be recorded towards the debit side because cash comes in. Whenever you make sale, okay, as a proprietor, as a shopkeeper, just think for a minute. Whenever you make sales, okay, whenever you sell goods to the customers, what happens? Cash, it comes in. Okay, they make the payment, isn't it? So whenever they make the payment, it is income for you. So the cash, it comes to your business. So it will be recorded towards the debit side. So you will record as to sales account 1,320. Okay. Now on 18th, bought goods for cash. So you are purchasing goods for cash. So you will record as by purchase account. Okay, 1,860. Because whenever you purchase goods, cash it goes out. As a customer, you just think for a minute. If you are purchasing anything, okay, if you purchase a shoe or cloth, okay, or be a pant or shirt, and you are making the payment, what happens? The cash, it goes out, isn't it? So similarly, in case of the uh, entrepreneur, okay, or a producer, whenever they make a purchase, cash goes out, okay, so it will be recorded towards the credit side. Now on 20th, cash withdrawn for personal expenses. So it is drawings normally. Whenever the owner of a business withdraw the money for the personal expenses or for meeting the personal expenditures of his daily life, it is termed as drawings, okay. So the cash is going out. Again, the cash is going out. For example, if you have a shop, okay, and from the shop, you pull out 500 rupees for your personal expenditure. So what is it called? It is called drawings. Why it is called drawings? Because it is a type of an expenditure which is not related to the business activities. Okay, it is only for the personal purpose. So it is called drawing. So the cash is going out. Okay, the cash is going out, but not for the business purpose. It is for your personal purpose. Hence, you will write drawings out here. Okay. Now, after that, uh, paid into bank. Again, you are depositing cash into the bank. So by bank account towards the credit side, it will be 1000. Okay. 27th, received from Bimal. Now you are receiving money from Bimal. So you will record towards the debit side to Bimal account. It will be 1200. Okay. 20th, drew check for office use. Now, uh, in this particular transaction, what is happening is you are withdrawing the money. Okay. You are pulling out the money out of your bank account, and the same money is being used for the office purpose. Okay, so you will record as to bank account 800. Why are you recording here in the debit side? Because from the bank you are withdrawing the money, and the same money is being added to the existing cash balance of your business. Okay, so it should be recorded towards the debit side. That is, cash is coming in. Okay, from the bank, I mean, your bank account will be decreased, but the same amount of cash will be coming inside your business. Okay, hence it will be recorded towards the debit side. Now on 31st, you are paying office rent. Okay, you can simply write by rent, or you can also write by office rent. Okay, and the amount is 250. Okay, and yeah, this completes your question number 1. Okay, so this much. Okay, so these are your entries, I mean the transactions. Okay, towards the credit side, and towards this debit side we have these transactions. So as I already said, that cash can never be negative. Okay, so which means that the total of the debit side will be more, because the positive side for cash book is debit, isn't it, and the negative side is credit. Okay, so the total of the cash book, I mean the cash column, I mean the debit column will be more, okay, in case of cash. So just do the totaling of this. Just find the total. And what total you will find? You will find the total of 12,200. Okay. Now you will leave a space out here, okay, for writing by balance CD. Okay. And leave a space here in the amount column also. Okay. And after leaving some space, you will write the total in both the sides. Okay. 12,200. Here also 12,200. Okay. Because this is the very basis of the double entry bookkeeping, that the total of the debit side should equals to credit side. Okay, for very debit there is a credit, or for very credit there is a debit. Okay, hence the total of the debit side and the credit side, it should match together. Okay, just like we did in the case of the ledger accounts, 12,200, 12,200. Okay, And when you find the total of this credit column, you will find that this total is less, okay, than this amount, 12,200, and this is actually less by 1,770, and this 1,770 is referred to as buy balance CD, okay, just like we did in case of the ledger account. Okay, it's very simple. And after writing this buy balance CD here in the credit side, you will pull down this balance towards the debit side on the next date, that is February 1st. Okay, that is the next date of this 31st. Okay, and remember that this balance CD is also on this last date, 31st. Okay, you can write the date or you can simply not write the date, because it will be by default understood by the examiner or any kind of accountant, be it junior accountant, senior accountant, okay, or accounts manager or chartered accountant or cost accountant. It will be understood by default that this buy balance CD is also appearing on 31st. Okay, so you can write the date or you can just omit the date. Okay, you can just ignore writing the date because it will be assumed. Okay, it will be understood that this balance CD is appearing on the last date of the month. Okay, now this balance CD is appearing on 31st of January. Okay, so the counterpart for this CD balance should appear toward the debit side on the next date, that is the next month, February 1st, as to balance BD 1,770, just like we did in case of the ledger account. Okay, so the cash book is similar to the ledger account. So you just need to understand where the transactions will be recorded. Okay, once again, I want to repeat that if there is any kind of receipt, you will record towards the debit side, and if there is any kind of payment, you will record towards the credit side. Okay, and for cash balance, okay, I mean the cash column, okay, only for the cash, the total I mean the this debit side is a positive side and this credit is a negative side. Okay, it and this uh, applies for the bank also. Okay, for bank, debit side is the positive side and credit side is a negative side. Okay, uh, this is your question number 1, and I believe now you can solve question number 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so you can try question number 2, 3 and 4 by yourself.